Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Friday, September 9th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Friday, everyone. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame. Surprising continuation here to the upside. The previous session had a failed new high back toward the previous session's midpoint. After that pullback, a strong pivot morning low developed, and we saw prices rally. A little bit choppy yesterday, but eventually finished on highs. That's a pretty solid two-day combo here with the outside day and then the buy the dip the following day. Now you see price continuing to push higher here in pre-market trading, and that has triggered a developing three-day move higher. That's fairly impressive here from the lows. However, we are still working our way toward the previous week's high. That's around 40.72, 40.73. That could be the upper end of the range. We're still working within the framework of a downtrend here on the short time frame. So any pullback, say to 40.50 or something, could be seen as an opportunity to sell it back down. So in order for this thing to really start showing strength and a kind of a turnaround, you want to start getting back above 4,100. If price can push through 4,100, it opens up recent highs back to 43. Otherwise, pushing into this zone could find some resistance that could send us back down. So right now, modestly bullish here toward the previous week's high, but at some point we may begin to see some resistance at the upper end of the day's range. If we take a look here at the NQ, similar price action the previous session with a good fade after trend day, a good pullback right to the previous session's midpoint, and then a check mark trend day up. Very solid push initially, and then it got pretty volatile there, but closed at or near the highs of the day. Today, again, pushing and continuing that three-day move to the upside. We are still within that downtrend. We're still within a bearish developing PIMA trigger zone. All of those things could lead to a rejection at the upper end and turn this thing back down. So really, again, price needs to get back above the 12.7 level, 12.8. That really starts to open up some things to the upside. So we could rally into that zone and still see a measure of weakness up ahead. If we take a look here at crude oil. Crude oil right now, big time push to the downside, right? A failure here that sent price all the way back to the 81 halves. One thing we mentioned before was the potential for the development of an expanding range down here. If we can get an expanding range, something like this, any major breakdown that starts to find rejection could lead to a snapback to the middle of that prior range. The 92s would be there, and then perhaps back up to the top end of that range at around 98. So this is a very important turnaround right now. Off the lows, an extreme reversal bounce, a bounce off of S3 on the yearly PivotBoss bands there, and turn it around. So again, can price recapture the 86 level? Can we push back above 86s? If so, the ability to do so opens up 92s with a shot at 98 up ahead. Otherwise, bears want to keep this previous support here offered for a shot at new lows up ahead. So 86 is going to be the big time level here to continue to watch. If we take a look here at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now with a massive day to the upside here. This one just hit new lows a couple of days ago. 18,360's new lows, sitting right on major 1800 support, and here today seeing a significant rally which began last night. Around 10 p.m. Central Time, this thing started to rally, and it's been an up move ever since, up 9.25% right now. A huge move to the upside. And this is what Bitcoin really needed, because it was looking very, very weak. The strength has been muted compared to Ethereum, but this bounce at major support is significant and could open up a return back to the top end of the range at around 25K. So big time day developing here today. And if you take a look at ETH, Ethereum futures here, this one's up as well, trading 1696 half now. Big upside day. Right now trading higher by 3%. Not quite to the strength of Bitcoin here, but this one has had relative strength comparatively speaking, and is now knocking on the door to 1700. Above 1700 could open up a retrade back toward 2,000. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Again, happy Friday. Have a fantastic weekend. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.